And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harran series here on the Lord Master channel, in which this series is still continuing for at least just a little bit longer, because there are a few more places that I wish to expand, and hopefully there will be an opportunity for me to visit another part of the world one last time. Hope there will be an opportunity, because Ashur will forever be remembered as the man who traveled the world. He's been everywhere, man. Well, meanwhile, this new friend of mine, who is a rather homely fella, which are trying to get him to be vassalized, but I have all the requirements, and he's a friend, and the only way to get him on my side is to make an alliance with him, but he's got no children to, for me to ally with, except for this one. But it's too far away to interact because she's way over there for some reason. Unless the Guardian is from over there. Except it isn't. So I don't know what she's doing over there. But I gotta rectify that problem. And whenever we get closer to there, then there is a chance to befriend him and then to join us. Yes, I'm thinking about the possibilities of continue our expansion without a fight. Just something we're trying to accomplish here. But there is one way, besides an alliance, of how to get him on our side. You see this? Cultural acceptance, minus 35. We gotta start appealing to the Egyptian culture. Our acceptance of them is low, and I am trying to promote acceptance, which is something that we're trying to do here locally. And our current acceptance, minus 4%. The main reason for that is, yes, we share the same heritage group, yes, we share the same language branch, and the cultures are geographically close and share the ethos, but the majority faced between each other are rather hostile. Especially that you're strong believers. So now we're trying to promote cultural acceptance, which does have its drawbacks and side effects, or even a possibility of a cultural acceptance boost. $7 years. What else? Isn't there something that increases cultural acceptance a bit? That. Well, we're kind of far too late for that. Even though I've read that some people think that the whole Customs Dynasty legacy is perhaps the weakest out of all of them. Although I'm kind of guilty of this, because way back in my Pannonian Avars playthrough, I actually took that route because I was into the idea of a multicultural society, and even hybridized the culture 3 times and then diverged one more time. So that was when it was all new, when Royal Court came out and all that. And also there are a few ways to increase the cultural acceptance for those people. Would you be happy? Which again? Culture acceptance, minus 14. At least you could speak their language. Sign. I even went to the pilgrimage of the Tomb of Daniel as another thing. Will increase the cultural acceptance of the land. But there is one way to do it that will give it a little bit of a boost. And also subsequently, after I take Life of Glory and August, I'll switch over and go for, I don't know, probably medicine. I would like to live a long time. So we could get this again, and then get down this way for more cultural acceptance gain. To be a little more open-minded. So let's go on a grand tour first. Actually, hold that thought. Hold Courtier, because I'm sure there are people who are asking things before I get to traveling. We're ranked first in the world. First out of 49. Now, it's time. The next petition is extremely angry Barmalka Shammai of Homs. Yet the briefest effort shown. Barmalka Shammai relays that some of my knights, led by Pid, have passed through the Comadonna of Shazar recently. They have looted, pillaged, and despoiled the villages and farms in Shazar. That's an absolute travesty, Barmalka. I will not stand for it, declares Barmalka Shammai. What should I do? Offer compensation for your losses. Restored prosperity. Then out of control. They're hanging us, hounding us. We could keep order, my lord. Please, we can organize ourselves around all the death. The peasant woman from the Comatona of Nineveh, an area plagued with unrest by my vassal Amira Aklab Alaha, assures me that control can be restored without undue bloodshed. Curious idea, let's try it. I'll mark the disgruntled Amir Samir. I'm heard his name. But please, I have the right to the Comatana of Kalinikos, no matter what anyone else may say. Will you relinquish what does not belong to you in support of my claim? You don't have a claim on that. That's mine. I'll say that my claim is truer. Well, that was almost full of nothing. Now, time to go on a grand tour. And it has to be a majesty tour. Let me see. I'm looking at the others. Vassal opinion slumps. It's gonna remain a majesty tour. I could have gone for taxation, but that's when I would be low on money. So let's go meet some people who do not have a very high opinion of me. It's gonna be you, you, and especially you. And over on this side of Mesopotamia, everybody seems alright. So, first place that we'll be meeting with him, we're gonna have dinner. And as for Amir Samir, it'll be a cultural festival. And Amir Hassan, it'll be dinner again. And then the Tulanid ruler will have a cultural festival to hopefully gain some cultural acceptance. Actually, hold that thought again. I remembered something else. Let's do two things, though. One is a pilgrimage. Worldly pilgrimage. Go to where the Egyptians live. I've been to Gizeh before, but I'm going there again. No need for mercenaries, just take me there. Actually, how about a hire cultural ambassador? A cultural ambassador of high diplomacy will be recruited on Touch. You hire someone to serve as a cultural ambassador on your journey to disseminate information about your culture to all the baronies you travel through. Will that also gain cultural acceptance? I do not know, but we'll look at it. No, some religious icon. I could slow down a little. We could bring a lot of people to the court from the court with me. Well, we could slow down a bit. I'll be into altruism once more. Silk Grove merchant and unit. And this man. Not quite what I had in mind, but it'll do. Might help to gain control of your area that's been raided there recently. So just a little pilgrimage. I am not diverging any routes, I just want it in and out. And then after that I'll go on a grand tour. I was about to say, who's raiding my lands? Oh, it's down there. Spring of water should satisfy them. Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws, the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. Noise so rude must have come from the depths of the underworld. Tempted to track the source to find a desperate struggle of a wild lion. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip's beginning to falter. This man deserves my help. I beat the lion. I know a cure because I have high learning and I have the whole body trait. I know everything about it. See? I know how to live a healthy life. That increases cultural acceptance between the locals here. Yes, that's how it works. First things first. No. As we make our way through Hama, we're approached by a Syriac commoner claiming to be the leader of a group of Harranian pilgrims. Good Malka the Malka. We've been on the road to Al-Gizya for weeks, but the roads are too dangerous. Now we're short on provisions. We will be forever grateful for your support. Same name as mine. You look alright. The more the merrier. I firmly believe that. Spiritual journey is grind to a halt. My caravan master, is looking around, frantically searching the way forward, as the people started to notice. Faced shifts to a great nuance as he turns to gaze towards me, looking for answers as to what to do next. Gotta be warworldly. I know the way to Al-Gizya like the back of my hand. Because I've been there before. Every little bit helps to get us there faster. I'll be going out to oversleep again as per usual. So each time that we pass through there, there's chances to okay, look at this. 99%. You can't fail at handling ever again because the stewardship and the diplomacy skill is so high. Pregnant my wife. There we go. That's why we brought a cultural ambassador with us. Just to increase the cultural acceptance between us and the Egyptians. Every little bit helps. Based on that background, he's on the Hajj. 2%! See, the cultural acceptance idea is working. That'll make the others fall in line. Well, he's not Egyptian, but good enough. And he too. You see? This is how we offer vassalages. You've got to start being nice to other cultures. We are not like the Assyrians of old, where we just conquer by the sword of anybody we see. No, we're not like those at all. We're much more tolerant than that. And plus, we love to make fortune with others, as we're becoming a people of the Silk Road in about 20 months. I've rarely seen my friend out of Anxieties before. His eye seems to be devouring a richly ordained book. Sometimes I manage to take a peek at the maps of on its interior. One morning you finally approached me about his findings. My liege, there are rumors that the land of Kuzlum is home to extraordinary people. It is said that sagapods, dwarf-like creatures of a single large foot, wander these cities. Well, I do want to get back as quick as I can, so I must see these creatures now. It's just a bit of mold. I got sick, but no worries. Because resistance. No need to try new things. I don't want things that may alter me. Unless I'm really desperate. Every time we get to a new settlement, I take a moment to look around, trying to find the grotesque creatures I've seen in his maps. The car is simply too big. When we arrive in Algizia, he comes to me, grasping his book title. My liege, we followed all the indications, but these creatures nowhere to be found. It just occurred to me that there may be perhaps no more than an invention. Oh, okay. I'm finally here, body and soul at the great temple of Algizia. As the head priest offered me blessings, I reflect on everything I had to happen for the gods to bring me here at this moment in time. You see this? We need to get up there. With the cultural acceptance reward activity reward to get it up faster. And plus having the altruism intent may also have these little things. Thank you, I'm no longer ill. There's so much a man can pray without looking for other equally important ways to spend one's time. And Wali Muhammad has a lovely residence that he so kindly allows me to visit. I hear some voices from one of the rooms, and in doing this, you achieve the greatest technique. I peek inside and I say, Homa, explaining our craft to a group of interesting courtiers who eagerly follow our teachings. He's just a local. She's a court physician. Have they ever paid you well? I'll say one accomplished master. Where should I err? See, cultural acceptance increased. The markets of Algiers busted with merchants shouting in languages I've never heard, and selling spices that I'd never tasted. Guided the pilgrim, learned the safest routes, discovered the marvels of Algizia. One of them yells, waving a small work in my direction. Let me take a look. And if you take this turn, keep going. Spent time learning local custom ceremonies, so I gained some diplomacy lifestyle with that. During our pilgrimage out, I can't help but return to the local market, pursuing the wares. One stand in particular catches my attention. The merchant grins because I have the wares if my lord has the coin. The exotic goods presented would sure to make a nice profit back home. Or maybe I could even save them as a gift. These over there look intriguing. There you go. At least you accomplished something. One second. Our time at the sacred site draws to an end. I may have missed out on the odd worldly opportunity, but I'm overall happy with the experience. Out of all of my 4 pilgrimages, this one has been the most enlightening one so far. I'm also thrilled about the notion of having visited a new holy site. It has been an honor. So, every counterculture for the cultural acceptance, including here, is now up by 3. It was a great pilgrimage. Yes. We're getting there. Fortunately, I'm fluent in Arabic. It takes about a year. But there are other ways. Considered by a master. Well, can you make this better than the one I currently have? I'm giving you this chance. 99% guaranteed. You got a tiny little revolt going on. Let's take it down to forage and hunt. And once again, I'm not that kind of guy. Fine day like this, the weather is nice. The pastures of Masyaf look great, and local livestock are positively jumping and cheering in their own guttural manner. Cows are walking next to their mothers, therefore shiny and clean. Overall, the place is very competently run, although I do notice a couple of oddities that I would manage a bit differently. The local patriarch approaches. Fine morning to you, my lord. Are these beauties not a sight to behold? I'm gonna buy some of this back home. Bully for you. Gentle moving and the scent of manure aren't all of Masyaf's hillside pasture lands off in the trouble. There's also screaming farmhands, stentorian bellowing, and an escaped bull on the road before us. The behemoth charges to it and thrown in great distress till it fixes on the victim. Bueno, atop his panicking steed. There's an open gate to hold the beast behind. One of us just needs the courage enough to lure it. Over here, you vile bull! 100% that'll capture the bull successfully, as I be a bullfighter. Still got that cross in me. Narcissistic, are you? Oh yeah, man. Yes, that would be lovely. So now, culture excess between every culture you visit increased by 1 again. Starting to get a little bit better now because of those recent changes. Traveling with a cultural ambassador, I'll be sure to go down there again. 2%! Come on! It's right there. So close till we get to the Delta without having to fight. That means, in theory, we could get them in as well. Even though the man's a lunatic, which I don't think he'll listen. Actually, look again. Besides the cultural exception, not rightful liege, and such things. Major difference in our tiers, obviously. We have no cultural exceptions to Zanat that we never encountered them before. Well, now let's go on a grand tour. Maybe we can appeal more to the Egyptian population. Wasn't there someone missing? Ah, okay. This first, and then that one, then this one, then that. So dinner, increase control, cultural acceptance, cultural acceptance. I have altruism once more. And I'm bringing everybody with me. It'll be the grand tour, grandest of grand. Oh, you got me a cancerous Silk Road merchant of Kanaji origin? And this is our cultural ambassador. That's so. The majestic start. Just a little short trip across there. Of course. Rocks. We cannot afford any delays. I receive a welcome worthy of Mark at the gates of Amir Isaac's castle in Antab. There is little doubt the splendor of my trade has made a great impression. My vassal dutifully receives me with all the requisite deference. Isaac explains the planned evening banquet, promising entertainers and medicals an offer near the standards among courts' dinners. Isaac assures me this is only the finest food he has to offer. Well, let's begin then. Unfamiliar taste. And it is another evening of my stay in Isaac's home. Yet another foreign meal is placed for me. I knocked around a little with my knife, watching as the dark, unfamiliar sauce slides around like cascading mud. Oh, what I wouldn't give for some food from the capital. Just some simple pomegranate cakes would be fine. I could ask Isaac for something back home, of course, but I risk causing an offense. I'm sure local food is fine. It would seem that he's set put on a performance for my music for this evening. I sat at the feast table eagerly waiting my turn when Amir Isaac appears dressed almost exactly the same as my wife, the Malkata comes here did on our wedding day. This truly the greatest day of my life. To wed the wonderful Malkata shirt on my I'm invited on stage. Why are you just like my wife and such? But I'll say how wonderful. Normally I take that as an insult, but no, I'm a mild-mannered man. Is he really though? Yeah. Alright, I've concluded my royal visitation on top. Now procession prepares to depart. Isaac is court all lined up to see me part with everyone present. It's time to collect tribute for bestowing it with my presence. Thank you. There we go. That's gonna be the only dinner we'll do. Now I'll be heading to Tamul. Because it seems you have control issue, but it doesn't look like it. My arrival to his cosmos marked a fanfare befitting the Malka of his room. The locals are clearly all about a grandeur and a pomp of my escort. My vassal receives me with all the requisite efforts. Samir outlines the planned tour and assures me that Tamur is so fair and fine a land that merely gazing on our towns and fields will be entertainment enough. Only time will tell. Let's get to it. See if I can get up to there. With my hunting bow on my side, a member of my party alerts me to the presence of a stag just below an embankment near our location. Standing at the edge of the cliff, I should be able to pierce its heart. For a skilled hunter such as I, it should be easy but not without risk. The ground appears a little unsteady, but with careful footing I should be able to slay a beast without issue. This should be easy. 91% chance of success. My footing proves true as my aim ever true, as I felled a beast with a single arrow without so much as stumbling over the precarious precipice. The hunting party seems impressed. The ground's filled with applause of my fellows. My host, Amir Samir, personally comes to congratulate me on my kill. And with that business concluded, I throw in my kill with the rest and continue with my tour on the grounds. Excellent. More renown for me. The Dire of Tamur seems like a truly open and excessive place, with the bloated Amir as its ruler. Everywhere I look, I see signs which all point to one thing: undeclared taxable amenities. The livestock count seems much higher than reported. His abode seems almost luxurious enough to be for a Malkadamake. Sagi suggests I should tax this access, since Amir Samir has clearly not been paying his dues. I'll write them off for now. He's got full control anyway. Time for a tribute. Thank you very much. Now I'll be heading to Akka for a little practice on what should I do regarding cultural acceptance. It's pleased with the Levantine Arab people before I please the Egyptian Arabs. Let them eat it. And not to mention, let the cultural ambassador do his magic. The streets of Akka are richly decorated for my arrival, and my vassal, Vali Rati, dutifully awaits me. So here we are, up for a boring, mediocre festival that Dollar Durati had the decency to prepare. Thankfully, I'm here to show these people the extent of my magnificence. Well, let's start. I mean, as soon as you arrive, cultural acceptance does increase. And there's chances to increase it further. Thank you for finding a shortcut as soon as we leave. It's been noted. Not much happened at all. Well, okay, time for a tribute. Wait. Several invites me to join a cultural parade. Assures me that one of already watched over the preparations to give me the best parade the liver of Akka could offer. As he speaks, a couple of locals display some kind of handcrafts. It's nothing I've seen before. I'm quite disappointed, to be honest. No, be nice. I could learn a thing or two from them. Plus, big boost. Now imagine now that we go to the Egyptians. Be careful, that is an army out there. You don't want to get caught. Hark, get me out of this metal prison. My squad took offense at my manner, even going as far as to call me heartless and abandon me. Well, consider the armor. Let me see your skill. Well, consider the armor gone. Traveling the desert on the outskirts of Aarhus, we're suddenly attacked by a swarm of bandit riders out for blood. We're so close to the holding. Surely Raz Mumad will send help. As time drags on, we are being chased by the scoundrels. For longest avoiding battle, it becomes painfully clear that no help is coming. How could a ruler let malicious riders like these inhabit his borders? Marishwa, my boy rides up next to me. Oh. He rides up next to me, a solemn look on his eyes. We both know the tactic that we practiced in the past. I got a little distracted because I heard a notification on my phone. Yeah. Now, 56% chance that I'll survive the battle unscathed, 0% chance that I'll survive the battle but become injured, or severely injured, and there's a 43% chance that I might die. The Assyrian. You know what to do. Stay behind and distract the attackers. You know, they might die for this. The streets are all far more decorated for my arrival. My vassal Mirzaz dutifully awaits me. Ah, how I yearn to delight myself in great activities and joys that I'm sure he has prepared, and to show these people the extent of my magnificence. Let's get started. Let's increase the cultural access between us. Syriacs and Egyptians will be brothers one day. One can only hope. I can't believe my eyes as Adhai starts gesturing towards what is considered highly offensive in mystery or Egyptian culture. Amir Zaratuna shouts and calls out explicit names. While his men hold him back, it seems like he's not going to calm down himself. I have to do something to ease the tension. 99% chance to say, hold on, it's just a misunderstanding. So the cultural acceptance between us increased by 5%. Not to mention makes the Grand Tour more majestic than ever. An open regalia set of excellent craftsmanship. It consists of a gold scepter, centerpieces of garnet, fine velvet robes that's been embroidered with gold, and a large garnet and Kalajan necklace. The motto of the Al-Harani family, he who knows his own essence becomes divine, is elegantly inscribed on one side. I've seen better. Grand Tour becomes more majestic. The sound of flutes and drums are quickly accompanied by the group of dancing guests, all following the music with joyful movements and laughter. A couple of sneaks away into the alleyway. Kids jump in a circle. A lonely old man struggles to move his hips. I turn to my spouse, Kimzi, and admire her gentle smile, clapping the rhythm of the music. May I, my sweet Kimzi? Now, it's time for a tribute. We gave in. Now the cultural acceptance between us has gotten a lot better. Will you join us? Yes, it will. We got him. See, that's how you do it. Welcome. All we need to do is to expand more to Egypt without a fight, and then I'll form the title of the Kingdom of Egypt, and then all will bow to the Empire of Assyria. You'll join too. But you, I'm a generous man. Almost. But we'll be there. So, yes. Also, what's going on? Wants to weave something glorious? Very competent in your craft? You are a what? Thank you for putting your trust in me, Lord. Dong smiles and continues to say, confidence is not misplaced, for I've spent years practicing my technique and woven some to truly wonderful rugs and drapes. 3 of them, I think a tapestry would be best. A well-woven one that can really command the attention of the world. And would say something about its own. The question is, what should the tapestry show? A representation of what life is like in my realm. Also, you're of what origin? You are of a Syriac culture. Way over there. The King culture. One of those people. And her religion, Dunya Pulos. It's also local there. It's an unreformed Tani faith. The religion of the Tani Loba and their neighbors focuses around the duality of natural deities who are worshipped as supreme being. To the Tani, these dual deities are Dunya, the sun goddess, Apollo, the moon god. It's part of Taniism. They're equals. Interesting. Why haven't you equipped this? Two more. Will you submit now? Add a little bit more cultural acceptance of those people, then we may get to talk. We don't know each other, but clearly you do not want me to come over there unless I learn your language. Pretty distant. So now we have Upper Egypt. And you down there. Let's just reduce building construction. That's all it does. Does that mean I have access to go to there or... No. Just wait, because we're still traveling home. Just wondering who this high shaman is. Fields of Antarctica are about every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem Lucis. I quickly tracked down the source of the redundancy, spotting a woman standing in a field, seemingly holding a lecture of some gathering solicitors. My name is Mistress Mauron. She noticed me in the distance and turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast. Yes, and comparatively vast, so stay a while and listen. Well, I'm a gardener, so color me intrigued. Medium health boost for 10 years. About to pick up the next perk soon. And here it is. Life of Glory. Now, keep in mind, about to become a living legend pretty soon. And a number of nights. It's 14 right now. Now it jumps up to 17. Not to mention the secular opinion of others. You and your basically need to learn some manners. I'm trying to get home, and now we are officially the people of the Silk Road. Which, as a reminder, city holdings give more taxes, development, and levies. The Silk Road track of dynasty legacies can be unlocked no matter your geographical location. And now that I'm home, now I'm a magnificent liege. Which ups the vassal limit. I didn't know that part. So you did achieve the maximum. No, you didn't. Because it would have said 1,000. So yes. The decision to reinforce relations with Silk communities can be taken more than once in a lifetime. Unlocks character Rex presents skilled Silk Road and tears out rules. Unlocks a decision to synthesize as a West Asian for cultures that are now Chinese heritage. But here's the important part for all of us Syriacs. It increases the diplomatic range more, while increasing the opinion of different cultures and faiths. And travel a little bit faster, and it's a little more safer during the said travel. That's what I really wanted. Pompey's Pillar. Oh, so you have to live in Alexandria for that. You have to own the town of Alexandria, not necessarily the realm capital. I have these two approaches. The majestic pillar of Pompey has graced the city of Alexandria for centuries, excluding grandeur and history for all its rulers. Its magnificence would undoubtedly elevate my stature of my and the Harran name. If only I could bring it to my capital. So, that building there, not decorated palace further improves with the Gloriam Bassus. That thing here. A majestic monolithic column of colossal dimensions. Its shaft is of pink granite, its capital is so white as to shine a second sun. Legends tell it was used by the great Roman general Pompey to celebrate his triumphs. Let's do something different, because I never really contacted the Indians for the Silk Road communities. So what's different about them? Because I know it's learning related, which might be needed very, very soon. So now, in particular, I decided to reinforce relations with the Indian communities more. The Indian subcontinent is renowned for its many good things that come out of it, from inspiring faiths followed by many, to intricate and skillful art styles, to wealthy networks of traders, and much more. So, you'll periodically receive gifts that's of piety or character models that will improve lifestyle experience. They'll be likely to be better than the others. Bring in the Indian artisans, which you gain Indic artisans, which which Indian art is influential in many parts of the world, and so this character recently hired a number of such artisans. These artistic skills should be of great use. Now that I've been networking with the local Indian communities of my own, it has occurred to me I should use my new connections to hire some Indian artisans from afar to work with me. The art style from the Indian subcontinent has been a major influence on many civilizations, and utilizing it will undoubtedly raise my prestige. Their beautiful art will have a good home here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to spend a bunch of money on things. India is a home of many cultures and faiths that have influenced many other parts of the world. It is therefore no surprise that Indian art styles have spread throughout the Silk Road, both through incorporation of artistic techniques and conventions, as through the immigration of skilled Indian artisans to other regions. With the local Indian community, for example, are a number of skilled artisans. Though it took some effort, I was able to persuade them to work for me, and I have various projects in mind where I think their skills will be most valuable. What majesty, splendor, and divinity these artisans can create. Make an offering to the moon. I hope divine favor from the heavens, as I wish to be a living legend. And I shall write a scholarly treatise, just to get started. Patronize the academy, which as the patron of it, learning up. And pray to a planet. Would like to have a blessing of Mars or Nergal, and has showed me favor, thus continuing my healthiness. And we shall maintain the star's hydraulic system, which we should focus on water mills. I don't know what the popular opinion is over there. This is for holding taxes. There you go. Hydraulic system in Tusha has existed for centuries, and it still brings the region much wealth and prosperity. However, rulers such as myself need to regularly fund engineering work to maintain this complicated network of structures. That way we can all continue to reap its benefits in the long term. Anyways, I decided that maintenance work is needed for the water mills here. My engineers now ask me if we should do repairs or renovations. Repairs will reinforce that which we already have, while renovations allow them to expand the structures as needed to increase the system's vitality. Do renovations to expand on the hydraulic network. So more holding tax coming from it. And fund the construction of a Kanat. Grand one. All the way. And lastly, let's commission an epic. My family history contains many tales of great success and honor. If any of those were composed a single story, would certainly reflect very well on myself. Time to start composing. What I need is a classical tale of the grandeur of my family, a chronicle about the origins of the Harran dynasty and how we are destined for greatness. I only need someone who knows how to tell the story. Yehuda, the accomplished storyteller, high chance of an exceptional epic. Yes. You know what, for once give me, I was about to say, aren't we missing furniture in this court? Like, what are we missing? You're missing a small wall ornament, and you're missing furniture. Yes, I need furniture. Furniture. I don't care if it's crap. What you making? A sculpture. Sculpture. Sounds like an idea. %. 5%. Well, what I mean is, it's -5. So close! So close! Despite our differences in faith. And as for you people over there, I represent you skilled entertainers. Still no. See, we have no contact between each other. My family epic seems to be progressing well. That some lines already sound like they'll be quoted for decades to come. But, has a lot of questions about the focus of the story. It would be easier to answer if he wrote it all first. Then I could tell him what I dislike about it. But he insists he needs answers now. He'll be living legend all the time, so I'll say, it is a family history, so be generous. I'll gain more renown once the epic is done. I wonder. Yes, you can visit the Fountain of the Sun. The hot springs, it's unique. It's over in Siva. Should go travel across Egypt and maybe gain a little more cultural acceptance of the Egyptians, and then we'll get them in. I'll do that after the epic is composed. Even though I hardly gain any stress these days. My chieftain has honored me with a visit and has brought one of his courtiers along. Approached me excited. Well met, Malka de Malka Ashur. It pleases me to see you here thriving in Harran. It occurred to me that here might be in service to your court. He's an incredibly talented scholar, and a prize I would look for. I would make use of him myself, but alas, that doesn't seem possible. Yeah, I know a place just for him. Oh yeah, I do. I know a place. Yo, get out. It takes 4 years now. Just need to convert this line here a little faster. You should be improving the local economy. You truly neglected this. Spending all your money on travels and such. Especially here. My Diana, Chancellor, Amir Ibrahim's reading my family epic as it's slowly coming together. A lot of it's not very plausible, such as the part with the loyal horse, tells me. On the other hand, who is to say what the past was like? If you're already doing embellishments, why not take it as far as we can? I'm looking. No, it should be as true to life as possible. I'd like to have a little more learning. So upon completion, you will see a family epic book artifact which improves personal scheme success chance. After all, why not? To myself. Starting to get a little egotistical here. Because your learning skill is so high, it's impossible to gain stress at this point. Look at the stress gain of the minus and reduction. It's impossible at this point to gain stress. It's impossible to make me mad. My opening court is presented and celebrated the world over. They all wish they could match and enjoy its splendor. And with that come the admirers. Today, Abdul is ushered in, introduced as representing a small Talama Haranian temple in Dasa. Oh, superb market. My friends and I hear the wondrous sculpture being made for you, and we shall donate to your sculptor. We are deeply honored, Your Majesty, for we have saved it for months. It is I who am honored. Hold it right there. The grand wedding in Mecca. Makkah. The Sunni Caliph is getting married. Ho ho ho. You know, it's like, yeah, I'll attend a grand wedding and all that, but hey, there's a little bit of exploring. Go down to Arabia for some of its landmarks. And go up there. And also, I missed that spot there. Not a lot of landmarks there. So I'll say, I'll take a little bit of a shortcut. Will not arrive in time? Okay then. But I'll go to that little landmark there. Just don't get caught in any delays. Actually, don't at all. Don't go stupid now. Okay, we'll be there. And then we'll go up there. And then to there. To the... There's a little thieves' hideout. Then we're to Xum. Yeah, there's not much down there, as far as landmarks is concerned. And then there's these desert way stations. And then we'll turn towards Nubia. Up the Nile we go. Which does include Abu Simbel. Make sure. Oh no, you got it mixed up. Damn it, try again. Slow down here. So after old Dongola, and after the detour there, okay now, and then we'll be heading back home. Forget the cultural ambassadors. You may want to pick up speed here, because we have to be there for the wedding. I'll be a witness to it. After one more. Soak it. Look at that. And then we turn around. But can I? May not be there in time. Okay. Disregard that. How much I love to travel. I'll go visit these landmarks. Off I go. A Frenchman! Right, I'll be there. I was thinking about going to relax over there and see what, but nope, found a place to travel. Arabia and a bit of Africa. Word has reached me the devotee renowned for his illumination staying in town at this hour. With my family epic progressing, this might be the ideal time to think about what the pages should look like once all's said and done. I have always considered myself somewhat of an artist. 100% guaranteed. As I travel through the drylands of Syria, I come across a group of hunters. They allow me to follow along a hunt for a while, pointing out some specifics in their technique and some tracking clues unique to this area. Perhaps they could train me. It's just a bit of mold, damn it. Became best friends as I nursed him back to health. We'll put up with smaller assets for now. We can't delay. We got to be there for the wedding. The wedding of the century, they say. Plus, I needed an excuse to get out and explore the world. Because that's my thing. My friend Amir suddenly comes to me excited with news. I've been reading the latest part of your family epic, and I has discovered something very interesting. It seems that the Dome of Antiquity was never intended to be permanently in the hands of House Al-Armani. I could make a reasonable claim against Duke Pantaleon. You know the man I put in that throne there? I'd say we can let this pass. Be careful. You're crossing through occupied territory. Louis the Silk Road Trader. The first Frenchman I ever met. This is ridiculous. Aldo was in protest. I'm the trusted craftsman of the market to market. I might be able to help you. Let me see one. You'll see once it's finished. Dong retorts. You should leave a woman at work. She's weaving a representation of an everyday life fit for royalty. Yeah. Has completed my family epic, and what a glorious chronicle he has composed. It has high drama, moral quantities, and tense duels. Everything my family has been forged from is in there. Even a part with the loyal horse, seemingly so far-fetched, has become a touching moment outlining the destiny of my house. The Harran. That's what it's called. Truly epic. Chronicle of the glorious Al-Harani family, commissioned by the Malka Ashur, enriched by the vibrant illustrations of his glorious ancestors and their deeds. The cover is ivory that has been carved to display a repeating image of a detailed lion. After all this time he spent recording how well he's gotten to know me, it feels strange he's about to depart. I have other places to go and other stories that need telling, tries to explain. There's still so much for you here. Present. See too if we can make an alliance between us so he don't attack me in case he launches a jihad against me as I own Al-Quds. So this is between him, the heir to the Leo of Makkah, and her, who is Wali, says Ibn North 21. I look around myself and examine. Everywhere I lay my eyes, there are mingling guests, flowers on every surface, buzzing servants with loaded dishes, and a very proud host, Mufti Arif, checking out the final details. The nervous but excited spouses Zed and Yagana are standing at ready. The ceremony is about to begin. As the ceremony runs its course, I finally managed to place myself, Khalid Abdul Ghaffar, to engage him in some small talk, which rapidly moves to a more interesting field: politics. We share some casual remarks, and I'd lead him where I exactly want him. You can never feel too safe. Your enemies are always getting stronger around you. It's good to have strong allies in times of need. He's impressed. So we have an alliance deal, correct? Yes. Anyone else? How about you? See if we can be friends with him. Allied with him, I should say. My lord, I saw Harran dressed me over an object covered in fabric of white grains. I told many days and nights. My work is done. He wipes off the covering, my eyes grow wise. An ornate statue of Malka Ashur, painted and masterfully carved. The Malka is famous for his unparalleled skill in battle. The oak of the sculpture is masterfully worked. If you say so, put it in. This is the statue of Abeas, and this is the statue of me. And look at me. Every little bit helps with the court grandeur. The ceremony's finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed. All that is left is the final vows. A formal consent to seal on the marriage as Zeh Yagana do. The crowd starts cheering, and we all stand witness to the beginning of their life together. In a formal part of the wedding, this ceremony is now finally behind us. Everyone is smiling in anticipation of the gargantuan meal. Exciting entertainment and general revelry is about to be offered. Let's tuck in. The wedding banquet. Featuring exotic treats, elaborate culinary artworks, colors with richer scents, the banquet chefs have gone out for the wedding. Near my seat, both Khalid Abdul Ghaffar and Captain Muhammad share their opinions about the spread. Tasty, laughs Abdul Ghaffar, pumping something purplish in his mouth. Glad to see some coin on display. Mediocrity, it's a sign of lack of ambition. So Sir Muhammad has the right idea. I know I should be meeting with other guests, but I can't tear myself away from my friend, Alboino, my best friend. I can see Yagana's trying to get my attention, but every time I try to excuse myself, he's howling. He has me howling laughter all over again. Let's sneak out so we can talk properly. Become a confider. In Syria's palms of a close confidant, Ashur has been able to manage life far better than he could alone. Adds a bit of diplomacy skill. Every feast, there's always another one. Every single feast. Long-witted, ill-born, pissant, quartering the people who will just not be silent. This time it's Muzard Firadin. He's completed, woefully self-absorbed. Our conversations with hypocrisy, poorly thought-out ideas, and just plain idiocy. Yet the man is entirely convinced that he's some kind of fascinating social genius. I'm going to scream. 92% chance that I will extricate myself and gain a diplomacy lifestyle perk, thus becoming august. So I'll gently exit the conversation. Glad we jumped ahead. I would like to get groomed to rule, but that'll be for another 4 years' time, and I'm feeling rather healthy. And since I have the august trait, look at me. I'm wearing this wreath on the head now. I'm quite different, huh? So I'll take 4 years and I'll go get groomed to rule. You know, for the sake of my future. You're finally gonna have your first child. There's been a good amount of coin laid down here in North South Goblin. See that tapestry? That's from half a continent away. Huh, fine. That's a waste of good potential. There's plenty to gaze here. Why not take it further? These two are talking again. I'm afraid you make a good point, Mohammed. So he's my friend. And picked up another that's from this household guard for even more knights. Even more Ashur to serve us. Syriac tapestry. That's for Tyrian Austin court grandeur. Large velvet tapestry of masterful craftsmanship. A cloth depicts serene scenes of everyday life in the fields throughout the year. Some folks sow a field, others plow, others reap the harvest. That's lovely. Feels like I've been eating, drinking, and mingling, and dancing and singing for days. Soon the celebration will wind down, and the spouse will retire to the private chambers for the consummation of the wedding. For us who remain, though, let's pour another drink and toast to ours to the spouses. Oh, I need a drink. One after the other. All the guests are leaving. It's time for me to depart. The wedding was a great occasion to mingle with my peers and relax, and I abandoned the premises tired and satisfied, sending my best wishes to the spouse for a prosperous and happy union. Congratulations again. Almost to Revler. Congratulations again. See, not quite there yet. So, we got 15 months of travel to go. So let's get moving. We have enough room in that court to welcome you. We're making good time in our efforts to reach you. And the flats of Mecca allow us to lower our guard once. When we reach the peak in the valley and look below, I notice another entourage diligently pacing forward. They seem to be taking in the scenery. Virtually frolicking and sightseeing lookers still observing the group. It would appear as if masked riders with raised weapons are approaching from the east. It seems like an ambush. Is it really any responsibility to safeguard the other travelers? Still got excellent prowess. I must act. Amir Jahan will remember this. So a week-long delay. Me and my entourage ride headfirst into the would-be assassins, blindsided and completed. How incompetent do you have to be not to have a clear view of your rear? We easily slice through the few that resist, and the rest run off into the wilds. I look up to see Amir Jahan staring at me, eyes wide and mouth slightly agape. As he snaps out of it, his facial features adjust. He still seems surprised and gleeful at my intervention. He beckons me to come over. It was the right thing to do. Now I'm well liked even more with my chivalrous deed. Oh, good. For the rest of this journey, we get supplies from the locals here in Mecca. Nice people. as we were sitting here with the delay. Now we gotta get moving. Now I am the living legend, and a religious icon as well. How do you like me now? Some would say. So now we'll dedicate the rest of this video to this travel. And hopefully by that time, well, your first child is actually twins. Grandson and a granddaughter. Samantha, how about you? Since you are going to be the grandson and future. Thinking. Abraham. Yeah. Even with reduced travel rations, I'm still feeling very healthy. I'm traveling to another part of the world, Arabia, and then now into Yemen. Though not all of Arabia, but a good portion of it, because over on the other side there's no landmarks or points of interest to speak of. That's my brother. You asked for a divorce. Is she too old for you, or what's the issue? He's clearly not blessed with Allah. For what reason? She committed adultery, or was it the fact that she's chaste and you have not bear any children? Okay, I'll accept it. It's your life. I don't normally get those kind of requests. By the way, what is our cultural acceptance with the Egyptians? It's still 24. You know it takes a year, but 2.8 now. Would you like to join? Need to keep that up. Because I'm in no mood to fight any wars. I just want to travel the world. What? Wife's been murdered. Wife, as you drew your last breath, relief washed over. Perhaps I should be ashamed. But in truth, there was no love lost between us. Finally, I'm free to start my life anew. How could you say that? Who could have done it? And then he just says, not one day too soon. Kafat to women. These people are Afars. I have seen the world and beheld its many wonders in my travels, but never I have beheld such beauties as the ones I've seen in it. Truly, Kafatu women are caught above all the rest. One particularly fascinating specimen has taken my eyes lately. A peasant one by the name of Obax. A pretty little firebrand. She is far too pleasing to my eye to spend her days sewing away in it. Oh, don't even think about it. She's a little too old as far as childbearing is concerned. I don't want to take her in, nor to marry her, but I can't give my love so freely. I'll marry who I want to marry. Just haven't found one yet. Yeah, there should be no danger. And if there is, then it's very little chance of that happening. Visit a capital, which gives you a little bit of intrigue lifestyle experience. It's so does diplomacy, which we're getting close to the getting into this one thing that I'll get, which will be good for my heir. A mysterious puzzle. Learning per stress level. Learning scheme power. Maybe we can make a deal. Trinkets, not a court artifact. Still gotta make amends now. Room to rule. Adai gets 2 stewardship, he gets... Okay, that's all my children, yeah. What about my son-in-law? 3 diplomacy. There you go. Every little bit helps. Now switch focus to learning. To go for medicine. Keep me healthy. Pick up this, and then this, and then this. You got that? Because as far as cultural fascination is concerned, we're about 3 years away to get this next thing for the naval speed, so we can travel by sea faster for our troops for the future invasion of Greece, which will be the last major war of this series that I have planned. So much damn money, I have no idea what I'm going to do with, except improving structures. What is the percent chance now? 17% chance you might get a small amount of gold from a trade deal. Each barony, 17% that this event keeps popping up. Every barony you visit, sometimes twice. Keep going. And now we're crossing into the lands of Egypt again. Shortcut. Ah, no wonder. Give it to somebody. Learning. Scientific. Remember, it said 3 years, and I'm sure it's a little less now. In fact, we're also about to get manorialism in about 4 months, which I'm definitely going to spend my money on these newer economic structures. It's the same for here. Oh. Milestone. Life expectancy up and less friendly fatal casualties. Sounds like a nice idea to go for. It is known that the mischief of our ardent believers in Sunni faith do not take kindly to non-believers. Our riches are rods of it must pass through. Quickly, though, the village's vengeful eyes set upon us like a wolf prowling its meal. Before we have a chance to react, the local mob descends upon us with a mob of raging fanatics, screech about our alleged heretical beliefs, and demand that we pay atonement for passage through these holy lands. Oh, just pay them. If I got the wealth of the world, you could just easily pay them. Alright. We're introduced on Harranian history. Promote the work among the elites for once. Who's missing? My best friend. This one we gotta stop and search for him. He's dear to me. I feel like I could live up to 80. That's what I'm predicting. Basically the rest of this series for the last few episodes. Because that's what I have in mind. It's just I would love to travel to Europe. Western Europe. $745 days. And our rival has died. I kind of don't remember him, to be real honest. So we're exposed to now. That's the one. 19 years time we'll get early medieval era military buildings. All it needs is one more, then we'll be golden for high medieval. But anyways, once I get this in 2 years time, go for this. Well, now I'm ready to spend a fortune. All the mystical communion. And also, yes, I'm going to be traveling once more. But first, get in my bodyguard again. This time I'm going to travel just one more time. A little local. Siwa. For what reason, you ask? Why not public? Bring more people in, to those that I know. You can bring in a guest if you want. You can come with me too. Close family, friends. No need for all courtiers, just a select few. If any of you aren't coming, I understand. I understand the distance. And get the cultural ambassador, that's the important thing. And no, we are not taking that route to the sea, that's dangerous. Go down this way. And then back again. 10 months. Okay? That's going to be the route. I want to go visit Siwa, and at the same time we go deep into Egyptian country and improve the merchant, Donsky, Kazan, diverged. It's time to start the journey to Siwa for the hot springs. I'm sure the headache and hustle for organizing this trip will be worth in the end when we reach our destination. Or at least I have the hope that this is the case. Otherwise, all this stress of preparing for the trip would be for nothing. We go through these hassles for a good reason. I do not profess to fully understand your habits of practice. However, I must applaud you for the obvious effort you put in your prayers. If only every true believer was as devout as you. It pleased me that you recognize my effort. Crud. And I inherited this book. And that. And that. You've been commissioning epics, have you? Measuring rod. This is a Mandaean. These titles are all yours. Now let me go relax over there, and then we'll end this episode. So in the meantime, we can get this man in when we improve the cultural acceptance between us. That is my main priority. Because it's still getting up slowly but surely. But this can be further improved upon. I don't care what weapon it is. She's forging a sword. He wants to weave a geometric tapestry. I got 2 people working on that. We're walking among the hills late in the day. The darkness comes suddenly, brought by dark clouds above us, and suddenly there's a distant loud rumble of thunder. Soon there's another cabinet of dazing flash of lightning, and another strike brightly illuminating the area. After it burned my eyes, the after image burned my eyes, I blinked to see where the light struck now. As quickly expanding burst of fire and spreading towards us. Oh boy. 56% chance that you'll successfully qualify. 32% chance the fire stopped and the person gets wounded. 10% chance that the fire engulfs my entourage and I get wounded, and so does she. Put the fire out before it spreads too far. Fire stopped, but she got hurt. But she's all better now. Shortcut. Faster. Sorry that I gave you pneumonia. Oh, you know what I mean. Now we're entering into Egyptian territory. The work on your personnel is proceeding well. Beneficiary Aliyah, or Aliyah, how do you pronounce that? Seems to be a very good mood today. I'm not making any promises, but if I manage to produce a true masterpiece, what idea would you like to guide my hand? Well, I would say to encourage them to greatness, because they all play a role in warfare. It's our brave fighting men that makes the difference. Come on, can't afford any delays now. Not. Oh yeah, it's their land. Now we have a bit of acceptance between us and the Coptic people. You're here to relax. This is public, not private. How generous. I've arrived in Syria and will soon make the arrangements to visit the Fountain of the Sun. Even in ancient times, Herodotus praised its seemingly legendary ability to heal visitors. The local elders are more than happy to welcome me into town, as it is a great honor for them. I'm happy to be here. At last, the day has come. And we arrive at the Fountain of the Sun in Siwa. Now my bodyguards kept the locals at arm's length. Townspeople seemed eager to see me. Talk with some of the local notables about the issues affecting their community while we soak ourselves in the waters in the hopes of its healing properties will rejuvenate our health. The day quickly goes by. It's soon time for us to go. We leave the springs with great spirits. Our worries and stress no more, at least for now. Hope I'll be back soon. There you go, small health boost. Public opinion as well. I'll be sure to come back there every time. Do it private next time. Adds a waypoint, so what? Go back there? No, we just went there. And it's good to know that an event pops up, knowing there's a nearby oasis. Alexandria's an oasis. In case you get something like that again. I know what you need. Probably not. The farmlands of Snot are swarming with tiny, dark, blood-sucking insects. No matter what we do or where we go, they are there, leeching our blood like a torturous cloud sent by evil demon himself. Not only are the horses getting flying temperamental, but my entourage as well, especially my courtier, Harran, a Harran, who is fiercely flailing her sanguine-covered arms. For 3 years? Or Jiminy Christmas. After all, she is getting old. I'm gonna do something stupid here, since I care about health of mine these days. Alright, strip down. You walk in the front. It's a very stupid thing to do. Stupid. The rain hasn't let up while I've been traveling through Duck. Nervously eyeing the river's murky waters swelled ever larger, like some pus-filled blister. My caravan masters complain what's going. We've been trekking through this sodden, sunken cesspit for days. When there's before we get finished, since the bank finally breaks, and a rush of thick, dark water sloshes to our supplies. Yes, I botched you one time, but lost supplies are used. I gotta save you. Means you'll be traveling slower. No more delays, please. We will end this episode officially as soon as we're home. And look at here. Bonus acceptance. Since I was so much of a trolley person, I could have gone this route, but it's kind of too late for that. So I'll go for this. Power and prosperity. And if you're going to get into some stewardship, well, there's some lifestyle experience for that. Since we're basically a dynasty of administrators. And of learning as well. You fool. This lowers my taxes. At least here are out. Slightly lower quality. Of course that would happen. Who do you think you're talking to? I intimidate the bandits, and I'm finally home. This culture exists between every culture visit has increased by 1. Composition red and blue and the mark of the month. I check out my weaver's workshop to see how my tapestry is progressing. Inside a few courtiers, all are examining the walls, hands clasped behind their backs. The tapestries are present, particular washes of odor. One has ungainly splotches here and there. One is white, with a few squares. One has spinning tangled lines. What kind of art is this? Order points to a success section, which looks like a stain. Doesn't the filthy brow against white really suggest the violence innate in man? Yeah, that's sure not. I think it shows Ashur raging against his childhood. He looks to be in the shape of his mother. I'll just nod and understand and compliment the artist. And with that, we'll end the episode on that note. So in the next episode, let me see. What else can I do? As I need an excuse to go somewhere. Will the... Well, we gotta continue the increase of the cultural acceptance between us and the Egyptians, which each passing year will get closer and closer. And thinking, I mean, they already like me well enough. And over there, there's those people that we're very unfamiliar with. I mean, yes, already has a very high opinion of me. And his heir. He's actually just like him, minus the greedy parts. Shyness, well, that could be an issue. Which is why I gotta get them in here, so I can form the title of Egypt. So truly, all I need is to continue the cultural acceptance between us. And I can't go on a grand tour again until 6 years. Unless I go on another worldly pilgrimage. No, you recently visited there. So you can't do that. Oh, crud. But however, the other alternative is just fight at least 2 wars. In which we'll have to fight against them, which will be easy. Which will be a long drought of war. After we had a war. And of course, find a new spouse. So again, that's part of my plan here. 1 is to form the Kingdom of Egypt. And 2, invade Greece. So we can capture these last 2 holy sites. So this might be the possibility. Again, my plan is that I want to end this series. It's like, I got this, and I have this, but even though it says not controlled by, but I don't think it really matters to me. As long as it's in the realm, no matter what faithful they are in. And also I have Gizia, but now there's 1 more holy site left to take to be part of our realm. Athens. And after I control all these holy sites, that's when I will officially end the series on that note. So that way I could take a break from video recordings and then eventually do the next series in Sri Lanka. So we hope you people have enjoyed this episode, as well, the finale is coming. And I want to end it on a high note. And I'm glad it's happening under the reign of Malka de Malka, Ashur the Anointed, who now wears a wreath, because he's an effective administrator, he's august, he has a whole body. So, we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.